What's up everybody, this is Derek here, and in this video I'm going to be showcasing one of my favorite sniping spots in Miramar, the new desert map for PUBG Mobile introduced in 0.5.0. So obviously this map is a lot more open, which means that you're much more vulnerable to getting sniped while you're moving around on it. And there are a ton of topographic features that help with sniping too, including huge elevation changes. So we're actually riding to where that location is right now, and this is south of Picado. So I just actually passed through Picado just before I started recording this, and this is actually a continuation of the game from my Power Grid episode. So this is the game where I have an 8x and a Car 98 that I got from Power Grid. So definitely check out that video for a cool underrated loot location. So I've gone into the church and I haven't gone into the main building. Instead, I'm climbing this bell tower here, and make sure you close the door behind you. There's usually some pretty good loot up here. So if you don't have something decent already, on occasion there is decent stuff here. You can see I'm just swapping back to the Scar because I want to get that extra ammo from the M16. And there's a first aid kit up here too, so that's pretty sweet. So this is where I love sniping from. And I know at first it might sound like kind of an odd choice because you're super open and super exposed. However, you really aren't, because one, it's really hard in the game to shoot and look up this much. Because if somebody's trying to engage you from down there by that weird I don't know what to call that building, or that building even over there straight ahead right now, those ones, it's very difficult to look up and not hit the roof line. So it kind of takes advantage of the game mechanics a little bit, and you have such a good vantage point here. And your entire back, what I love about this too, is that your entire back is, you can see there's a guy running over there. I did not notice him because I was trying to showcase the location. However, don't worry, we will get him. So what I'm showing here though is that you are always protected on at least 180 degrees. So if you want to snipe somebody off this way, you can actually move down. You can actually, basically, you always have hard cover. So the pitch of the roof allows you to, as long as you're crouched, duck behind it and then engage anybody without really having to worry about getting shot. And if somebody does start engaging you, you have wonderful hard cover in those walls right by the bell tower where we popped up, or where we came up here from. So you can see now I finally noticed that guy. He's way out there now. He was a lot closer before. Would have been an easier shot. That's okay. We've got it 8x. I tagged him once. He went prone. Not a good idea if you are getting sniped, because it makes for an easy kill. So don't worry. We still got him. When I was watching this back to do the audio, I'm like, what the heck? How did I miss that guy? But we got him now. And like I said, you can see just how good of a vantage point we have here. So you can see here's another guy who's on the road coming up in the area. He can't even see me because he's not looking up enough, and he gets owned. So like I said, such a wonderful place to snipe from, because it's so difficult, especially if you're crouched, to even engage you. People who are trying to shoot back. You need a scope. You need to be able to aim up at the roof without hitting the roof. And if you're starting to get shot at, you can very easily just move to the other side of the roof, and all of a sudden they don't have an angle on you because they're blocked by a giant building. So like if someone was shooting me from the west right now, all I'd have to do is duck back a little bit more behind this roof, and you're basically immune. So it's an amazing spot where a ton of people are usually, obviously it depends on where the zone goes. However, in this game, I got pretty lucky, and the zone closed fairly close to here. And I think I'll play out the game. I think I'll commentate the rest of it because it is an interesting game. However, I was fortunate in that, it's a pretty good location, pretty central, and there are a number of these churches around the map. However, this is one of my favorites just because of its proximity. It's it's actually in between a number of cities, and what that means is that you get a lot of people traveling around, between those cities, and it gives you some excellent sniping opportunities. And if someone's driving, it's very difficult to engage them. Maybe, put the 4x on M16 or something. There's a guy. He's on a motorcycle. He flipped off, and now he is moving again. So very difficult to hit these moving targets with an 8x at this speed. I probably shouldn't have even taken these shots, but I'm so confident. And that was actually closer, but I'm so confident in the fact that no one's going to be able to hit me just because of where I am. So this guy's actually knows where I am, or he's just going to the church anyways. So now I'll show you how to engage people who are close to you. So you can see I could almost get an angle on him from the side of the roof. he can't get up to me. He can't shoot me even unless he climbs up that bell tower or takes up a position somewhere else. And he's just running exposed and dead. So easy kill there. And like I said, you know, there's no easy way to get up to where I am other than going up through this bell tower, which means that they have to climb the long flight of stairs. And you can very easily, if you know someone's coming up that way, you can ambush them by waiting behind the concrete at the top or throw a grenade down the stairs or something like that. You can see there is a supply drop, but I didn't have an angle on it. It dropped a little bit too much. So here's a guy who does cause me some trouble. I think I tagged him there, or is very close if I didn't. I'm trying to lead him enough. Just shot a little bit behind him there. You can see I'm close. I'm just not. There we go. There's a shot. So now he has to be low, and now he switched direction. Always a good idea to switch direction. Not a good idea to stand still. I just messed that shot up. Should have had the kill right there. Here he goes. He's behind the bush now. Yep. And he's still moving, so I have another shot at him. Tagged him again. He must be very low. Those must have been body shots. There we go. Yeah, it's not too common to get 2 body shots in and not kill him with the Kar 98 on the on that next shot. So we'll take a look at another engagement. Here's another guy, and this guy does eventually see me, which is impressive because he's one of the only people to see me so far. So I get one great shot in on him there, and he's turning to run. Unfortunately, he's weaving a bit, and you know, we're not moving in a straight line, which makes it a lot tougher. I just shot a little bit behind him there. There we go. Ah, man, how did I not hit him that time? That should have been a headshot. So you can see now that I have to duck behind this hard cover here, the concrete from the bell tower. I can see him right over there. I can easily heal up. I am in no danger right now. And if I wanted to retreat even further, I could retreat down to the, I don't know how that did not hit him again. That's so odd. I don't know if it's just a bullet drop, but I feel like those shots are very close to being headshots because he's prone. So I'm going to sneak around this side now. I'm going to see if I can get an angle on him this way. And now he's actually running away. Or no, wait, here's another person. So what I should have done is I should have let these guys take each other out. This guy's shooting at the person who was giving me trouble, and he's standing still, which is a fail. So I shot him out very easily, but now I have to deal with this guy again. So I probably should have let them kill each other and then, you know, took out the easier guy who was standing there. But oh well. So, you know, I'm bad at doing this at times too. But if you're engaging someone, especially in an open field like that, try not to stand still, because if anybody else sees you and you're standing still while you're shooting, it's just such an easy opportunity to snipe. So you can hear he's taking a couple more pot shots at the building. He's never gonna hit me from where he is. I actually have to move behind me, so I have to move west, or kind of like northwest to get into the circle. So I figure that there's another supply drop that dropped there. I'm semi-curious if I can snipe someone there. Like I said, I'm not too worried about the guy. I know he's going to be coming up this way, but I'm assuming I'll be able to hit him while he's up, while he's coming up this way. I can see he threw a smoke, and now I'm a little bit worried about where he is because I don't see him, so he must have run straight for me maybe. But again, I'm very safe on this roof, and because I'm tucked away on this side of the peak, he can't hit me even if he is very close on that side. So there he is. He's super close. He's trying to what he's doing is he's throwing grenades at the tower where he thinks I still am, but he doesn't see me because I've snuck around the other side of the roof line. And you have so much roof line to work with here that you can very easily avoid somebody pretty much forever by just running back and forth on the roof and they can't get to you. And now I'll take a couple shots at him. Maybe he thought that I died there and fell off. Maybe that's what he was thinking. That was the guy, obviously, I killed before. Now he knows that's not the case. He knows I'm still up here. I know he has to be pretty low if he's not healing because I don't know maybe he still thought that was me. So now I know he's very low, so I'm just going to engage him because I don't want him to be able to heal. So, a couple shots does it. And also because the zone is closing in, so I'm going to have to get moving. So unfortunately, have to abandon the position there. It's a phenomenal position. As you can see, I'm not the best sniper in the world by any means. However, even I was able to get a good number of kills there in a pretty short amount of time. And now we'll just talk about some mechanics for the final circle. Biggest thing right away is find hard cover. In Miramar, hard cover can be those giant rock formations. It can be the trees. We're actually closing near the bottom end of the map, so there are some trees. and then elevation changes. So I know somebody suppressed over that way. There's only one other or two other people alive. So I have an 8 times. I'm hoping that I'll be able to see them, and I'm crouching behind this this rock formation or this elevation change, and doing that, I'm just scanning this way too, just because I don't want anyone to flank around me. And if you stay near the outside of the zone, it's less likely that people are going to be able to get behind you, because they have to run around the outside of the zone to get to that position. So it makes it, a lot more obvious usually when they're doing that. So I heard the other shots. The suppressed ones I know are down this way. So I know at least one person, the winner of the battle, has to be down that way somewhere, unless he's moving, because he just killed someone that way. So, obviously, unless he's teleporting, he has to, he has to be down there somewhere. However, I also know that I have to move a little bit for the zone. I do have the zone, which is nice. I only have to rotate a little bit to my right now. However, once I move that way, I know I'm going to lose the cover. Right now, I'm still pretty well hidden behind this change in elevation. So it's starting to close in. I'm just looking up here again, because I know there are 2 other people left. I know where one of them is, but I don't know where the other one is. And I've gotten killed or sniped by by somebody in a ghillie suit to the side so many times on this map that I'm a little paranoid just looking that way too. So now I know I'm going to have to move up. Now I hear more suppressed fire still in the same direction. So I'm assuming now that both of them must be in the same way, but I'm still being a little cautious just because I don't want to get owned. So I know there's one other, there's still 2 people left, and one of them must have an angle on the other one, because, there were some shots. So I think I'm going to move up to this next elevation. Here I go. Here's someone else shooting, because this is unsuppressed. There's a grenade. So I know that they're getting into it with each other, and one of them just died. So now I know the last guy has to be straight ahead somewhere, because, well, they were fighting that way. So again, he's got to be hiding somewhere over there. So, but I don't really have a great place to hide. I'm looking at that rock straight ahead. I'm using this elevation again to my advantage. I do have a level 3 helmet that's full, so I'm pretty safe from getting headshotted or getting one-shotted. But, I'm kind of just looking. There he is. He's popping up. So there he is prone. I got one nice that's a headshot for sure. And I know that I can take a couple seconds here. I missed the second shot. I know I can take a couple seconds because he's shooting, obviously, with an AR. So he's not going to have the accuracy that I have with a car in an 8 times, especially at that distance. So fun little game. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys make use of that sniping location too, because it's kind of boring, honestly, going up there. And it would be fun to get sniped by somebody who's up there because they watch this video. And there are a number of these churches around, so that's not the only one. That's just my favorite because of the positioning. So if this video helped you out, definitely give it a thumbs up to help the channel grow, and consider subscribing if you haven't already for tons more PUBG Mobile content. My name's Derek G, and I hope to see you on the battlefield soon, or in the Discord server, which I'll also leave a link to down below.